All right, welcome back to Alex's trading videos here. So today it's going to be setting up trend and trades. So yesterday we had the curve set up, as you saw if you watched the video. If not, go check it out. So here we go. I do like the box method here. So there we go. And I'll explain my box method as we kind of go here. So what I do is I look for where price closed outside of the range of the previous candle, and that's what'll make a box. So right here, for instance, this closed outside the high of the previous candle. This was the low, so then I just make a box. I could actually make it probably up to here since it closed, just to make it look nicer, because either way this is still the breakout right here. So we're going to mark that. What I do with that is I mark it in pink, mark that with a pink line, and price is low on the curve right now. So as long as there's a supply zone above the pink line here and above the curve, I can still take that, as long as price doesn't come into the daily demand area here. So looks like we got our leg in, our base, and our leg out here. So this is a potential opportunity right here. And that's pretty much it. There was also a reaction to here. So any one of these would be like potential trades. And actually this would probably take that to there. I know this is technically a leg out, but then you got this candle right here, and my stop would go above the high there anyways. So let's see. Just delete that, and since that's kind of like it touches into there, you can even delete these two lines, and that's a big zone. So probably just take that if it is, but I'm going to leave that one sit just because it's so close to the demand, and I'll check again tomorrow and see where we're at here. So what would cancel this trade if I set it up is if it has on the 240 or the 4 hour, if it makes another green box and then a red box, that would automatically cancel the trade, because then I would be counter trend. So moving on to the pound here. All right, so now we're definitely inside the higher time frame demand area. So there's my green box, here's my red box, and my other red box. Oops. So there we go. What I'm going to do here is just wait for that uptrend to start, or if I get a breakout above here. If I get a breakout above here on the 240, oops, pink. Pink's my breakout color just because it's not any of the other colors and it's obvious. So yeah, that's what I would look for, either a breakout above this area if it just made a straight green box from here to here and it closed. If it closes above this line and does that, then we can look forward to look for an area on the 60-minute chart to see if we can find something good. Because you can even see here, this would be the breakout area, and it didn't close below there. And like if you look at like the RSI, that should be some kind of divergence to the upside, and it's a hint that there's not enough strength to the downside, or weakness, whatever you want to call it, for it to keep going lower. So that is a possible indicator. Let's actually check that out here. Let's see. Since I don't really use the indicator, sometimes I like to put it in there just for fun to see. Look at the RSI, or actually, yeah, we'll go with the RSI here. So as you can see, I'm going to shrink it up a little bit. We've got the divergence. Bam. So the RSI is going up. This is going down. That's called divergence. And this would be like the leading, kind of like a leading or indicator that a price is going to turn and go higher. It might come down a little bit first, then go. That might not work at all, but this is what's going to keep me out of a short trade and increase my chances of keeping my money from not taking a bad trade. That's just the removal indicator. So that's kind of what I look for there. So nothing on the pound yet. Check out the Aussie. I'm going to try to, I saw that the video was 25 minutes. That's kind of a long video, I think. So I'm going to try to shorten these up, make them go quick, and hopefully jam a lot of information in there that's clear, concise, and easy to understand. So here we go. There's that. and bam. So we probably have a trade opportunity here in the Aussie. Get my pink line up there. It came down to a higher time frame, well, low on the curve essentially. It's uptrending now. And here we go. Let's just check, see what this is. So the whole range of the candle is 7. And the body is 4, so that's not takeable. This has to be halfway. The body has to be half or less of the range for me to take the trade. So let's see what this one is. This is probably pretty similar. So the body is 5.8, and the whole range is going to be 9.1. So still not quite. Now, I mean, some of these, like this one, this is an engulfing candle. You can maybe take that as a, and this one too, it's an engulfing candle. You could maybe take it. I'm not going to because it's not in my rules to do that. So we're going to move on here. New Zealand dollar. Probably a pretty similar picture here. All right, so here's our close above the previous candle. That's our green box, red box, green box. Make this an actual red box. All right, so nothing quite there. Now what I'll do is I'll go up to 5 boxes. That's it. That's kind of like the magic number. Once I start getting to like 6 boxes, I start getting confused and like looking at things a little bit differently. And it causes me to take trades that I shouldn't be taking. So there's that. And I don't think there's really, I mean, let me see here. So we could make, I could even make the 4th and 5th boxes here. And there's just really nothing there. That's just like a sideways, maybe something down there, but I don't really take stuff like that. There's not a breakout here. So I'm just going to straight up delete these because there's just nothing there. Now we'll move on to the dollar CAD. So here I'll make the green box first just because that's what's ready. Red box. And a red box here. And I'll actually make the last 2 boxes on this one. So here we go. We got, where does it, so we got the red box because this candle closed below this candle, the range of that candle. So here we go, then bam, that's just where the green box starts, and there's nothing closing below until we get to here. And this is kind of the same thing, right? So this actually could have been a trade. Let's check out like this area right there and see if there's anything in there. I mean, maybe. If that's your flavor of a supply zone, I wouldn't have taken it. Looks like it would have worked. Based on my profit rules, I would have taken profit on that, but the zone itself is just not that good. So nothing there for me. Moving on. Dollar CAD, dollar franc. So now we get the yellow box. All right, so here's going to be our green box. Red box. And I'll make another green box right there. Here we go. And I am pretty exact with these. So if this, I mean, if it closes even 1 pip or pipette or whatever I'm looking at here, looks like I got the pips on this one. As you can see up in the top left corner, it up in here, it'll show you where it is. So I got it down to the pip. That's the 4th decimal place on most of the pairs, minus the yen pairs because they're different. So we do have the breakout. Let's get that pink line on there. Right, and that pink line helps me just to go to the lower time frame and makes a better picture for me. So as you can see, we have a couple zones here. Problem is sometimes it can get a little sloppy. So like that is inside of like that, which you take that as its own zone. It almost touched. Then you've got like this, and you've also got this and that. So for me, I think I'm going to set up, I like to set up no more than like 3 trades on a pair. So I'm just going to delete some of these lines, combine these 2 zones here. So I'm going to combine these 2. That way I can just have a better stop. And then combine these 2 as well. So Make this box the yellow box, possibly. So this is going to be one of my rules. Come on, there we go. And to be able to just duplicate a box, just hold control on your keyboard and then click it on like the sides, and then it'll duplicate a box. All right, so for this kind of trade, this is what I would call, let's make sure it closed above. So yep, it closed above that breakout. So this is possibly a takeable trade. So in order for it to be completely takeable though, it's got to be 50% or what I call proximal on the zone. So we've got a 62 pip area or a move, which means anything 31 and below I can take. So there's 31-ish. I could take this zone, but I can't take that whole thing. So I'm gonna delete that. And actually, technically, this is probably an area too. Let's go to the 4 hour. But oops, put in a fourth box here. Yeah, right there, red. Green box. So here we go. That's what we're looking at. So we got two possible trades here on the dollar franc. We've got this as a short. Let me just make sure that's a 9.6 range. We got a 5.1. So this, not takeable. That's my rules. I mean, if you can eyeball it, it looks like 50%. That's what you want to take. That's okay. It did close inside the range of the previous candle, so that is one of the rules there. But I'm going to try to take this long. We're going to set this up right now. So there's my stop. It just, you know, I have to have at least 10 points of stop, or actually more like 7. I do want 10. That's kind of my goal. Have it like between 7 and 10 at minimum, so there's 10 points. So for my target, what I do, I can't take it. So right here, this closed below this on the trading time frame, so my target has to go like right there. That's where my target has to go, and that is not even a, I mean, it might even be a 1-to-1 on here. So I mean, it's almost 1-to-1. Well, it's a little more than 1-to-1 on just the zone, but in order to have the stop, I can't take this trade. That's just one of my rules. It might work out. It might come down, hit, work, and do a 2-to-1, but mine has to be at least 2-to-1 profit target. So it's like 2.5-to-1 move away. Gives me wiggle room to put my 2-to-1 profit target in there. So what I like to do on something like this is just leave it, I'll put purple lines on there. That means it's like something I was kind of thinking about, but I'm not going to take. Or maybe set up for later. But I don't think I'm going to take that. So moving on to the dollar yen. I'm already in this one. This is the one I was talking about the other day. I'm up a few points on this, which is really nice. And what I did do was put up another sell entry on here. So here we go. Let's see. So up in the top, I'm looking up in the top left of the screen. So the close is 44.30 on here. And the low is 44.20, so 30 is higher than 20, so that's not a close, but this closed below, and you can just tell, but it's 43.55 to 44.30. So 43 is lower than 44. So I just moved this box over. And actually, since this was the high, I can just bring this high up here and then boom, make this red. All right, that way it looks a little nicer, even though it would be like kind of crisscross, and then this wick would be outside of it. That's just kind of the nature of the beast sometimes. But let's go down to the hourly here. So we've got the two trade setups. So this is what I would call a, let me just bring out my, delete that. Actually, I probably shouldn't have. So that is, and I'm just looking here at my thing, and if we get any trades, I'll show you how I do to log my trade, or log my trade. So that's a breakout range short, and I call it that because it broke out. There's not a defined trend at all, so it's a range. It's a sideways trend. I call it a range for my trading, and I'm going to move. I did this on my phone actually because it did look like it was going to stop me out. And I'm like, wait a minute, I had a trade there. I'm going to keep it. So, boom. There we go. Okay, move my take profit into the same place for that other trade. And there we go. And then here you can see that, so you got your like drop away, breakout. It's above the 50% area. And you can tell just by looking at it. To get the ruler, the hotkey is you just hold shift and click, and then you can let go of shift. So there's 50 points. There's 25-ish, and you can see it's clearly like proximal to the 50% line of that. So we're up a couple points on there, 67.95 as you can see. Not really too much else going on there. And you can tab through your trading time frame. So like if I minimize this, you got your 3 pages. I hit the big one, and then hit the tab key on your keyboard, and it'll cycle through all your different charts on there, which makes it easy for like some analysis a little quicker. So there's my red. So again, to make it a little nicer, my red box, my green box, and you can clearly see that this is a downtrend. Just came into the higher time frame supply area. The purple line, make pink, and let's get this hour chart. So here we go. Here's a zone. I can take this. This is kind of what I was talking about too on the curve. So this touched into there. So what I'm going to do is if I can get the profit target or the profit margin out of it, I'm going to take this entire area as the zone. Because it is kind of like that level on level thing. And I don't want to be too short and then not have, I need to have my stop above here. And then this would be also another trade you can take as well, then I can take as well. Whether you take it or not, that's up to you. But I do need to put that 4th box in. Yep, so we got the closes above here. This is like the lowest area. Change that to green. And then there we go. And the only way this top trade is valid is if it comes straight up in a green and makes like on the 4 hour, it comes straight up. There's no red boxes. All right, so there's no close below the low of the previous candle, because otherwise that would be counter trend. So I'm going to see if I can set these up. So put what my stop would be in here. That there. Definitely going to set this top one up, I think. Move my stop up a little bit higher. But as you can see, that's 38 points. And then this candle is the one that closed outside of the range of the previous candle, so that's my stop has to go there ish. And as it comes up, just keep an eye on it. If it keeps making like demand zones on the way up on the trading time frame for me, that's when I start moving my profit target, just to make sure that I'm still like good. So we got 20, so same thing right here. That's the close above or close outside the range of the previous candle. My stop has it's going to go like right there, or my target is going to go right there as 28.1 and 13. So I can take both of these trades. 1, 2, 3. So what I try to do too is I try to have 2 profit targets per trade, and on that higher one, I'm going to use its first profit target area. There we go. And for the second profit target, it's basically twice the distance of the first profit target is kind of the goal there. I'm going to move that up. Bam, so 9. Let's move it one more point-ish. Good enough, 9.6. Call that 9.6 to 39.6. That's a pretty good trade right there. That's over 4 to 1. So which really helps when I have to move it back, because that'll probably what'll have to happen. So here we got 13.3 to 26.9. That's 2 to 1 right there. And I'm going to set this up. So 121.586. There, that's my entry. My profit target 121.315. So for the yen pairs, I just go to the 3rd decimal point. It doesn't even let me type 4th decimal point, even though it shows it on here. It's kind of annoying, but it's just something you got to deal with Oanda. 718. And there we go. Alright, and here's kind of a tricky thing. So I'm trying to get $100 worth of risk here in order to make $200. And that's my reward to risk ratio for my first trade. So as you can see, 89 or 82,009. All I do, so 82.9, I take the first digit. So I'll just show you. So that's going to be 82 minus 8 is going to be 74,000. 74,000. What? Oh, that's dumb. So I got insufficient funds because I'm already in a trade. Super annoying. So I'll just cut it in half. It would be like 37,000. I'm going to do the same trade twice. And that'll give me to 74,000 units. 586. Otherwise, what'll happen is like I'll probably get a margin call if this one and the yen trade I'm in right now get hit at the same time, which is fine. But it'll only take me out of half the position instead, and I can still type it in and be able to take the trade. Oops. 315. Stop loss 1.78. Alright, so there we go. Now I gotta type in one more trade. So since it was 80,000 units, or 82,000, I'm going to do 8,900. And I just basically take the first digit and then whatever's in the hundreds, and then that's how I make my second position. This is a thing I heard from the Milwaukee owner in Wisconsin, Scott Turriff, was like, let your lottery tickets run. That's what I heard when I went to my 3-hour workshop. That was when they still called it, first class was the pro trader, not the core strategy. You didn't have that back in my day, as they say. I got to move my stop for the other trade because I didn't put the 1 in there, so I can do that right away. 120.98, second profit target, and then 121.718. I did not mess that up. Okay, so here we go. 718. Save changes, set up this other one. 006, take profit, 101.613, 122.104. I don't round up, I don't round down, I just go to whatever the third decimal is on this. Like if I run out of digits, like I could round up to 105, maybe a half a pip will keep me in the trade, but it's not really that big of a deal, so let's try 100,000. This is going to be annoying. 130, 120, 110, 112, 101, 111, 111, 500, 600, 700. Okay, so I got to take 11,000 off because those are the first two digits. So that leaves me at 100,000 even. So next will be 100,000 and 11,700. So I'm going to do 50,000. Oops. Just set up two trades here. 121,613. Well, that's a 401. That's right. 50,000, 50,000, and 11,600. And what I'm going to do after this is just get rid of those, like, the trades, open orders thing, because if you look at the right-hand side of the chart there, it's too much to look at, and delete that. All right, and there we go. So now 11, it was actually 700, whatever, it'll be close. Another 100 fucking units isn't really going to matter. So second profit target is going to be the first profit target of the previous trade, so 121.315, and the stop 122.104, and submit. So in order to get all this extra stuff off the screen here, go to trading properties, show orders, bam. Now it looks clean and nice. If you like having that stuff on there, that's great. I'll turn it on and off sometimes, just kind of depending on what I'm doing. Now I'm going to get out of here. Alright, so that's set correctly. Alright, so now this is how I log my trades. So I go to my asset. I'm actually going to make one for the US dollar yen. I know it was from last week. And short, and I'll get to that later. And just probably copy and paste it from my other one. And I'll just get to that eventually. Oh yeah, so another trick here, forgot to do this because it's set to all. Show orders, take that off, apply to all, okay, bam. Now none of your charts will have that stuff. If you want to turn that back on, just click the box. So what I'm going to do to log this, so I get all my charts set up so I can see everything I want to see. So I can see that this is a downtrend. I can see that, you know, where the curve levels are. I can see all that. So what I do is I click on my Jing tool. You can download, type in TechSmith. That's the company that makes it. And then download it. And it's actually changing, I think, in 2020 to something else. But you click on it, you click the little crosshairs, and then you click, hold, drag. And what this will do is take a picture. Hit the little picture button, rename it. I'll just name it Euro Yen so I know what to look for. And since I've already taken pictures and done this before, it tries to name it Euro Yen 001. But if I kept all of my pictures, it would be a lot. So then what I do is I go into here. And what I'm going to do here, just to make it easier on myself, move this over to my other screen here. That way I can see all the numbers and stuff I need to look at. So we're going to type, we're going to get on the correct screen here. Click off there. Okay. Euro Yen. We're shorting it. The entry price is 121.586. Stop price 121.718. Target 1 is 121.315. Target 2 is 120.98. Status pending. Profit loss hasn't opened yet. So here's my trade. So this first one is just going to be a standard short. It's with the trend. There's a downtrend in place. So it's a standard short trade. Like that's what I call that. The second one isn't going to be a standard short trade. It's going to be. Oops. Pending. So this one's actually going to be the standard range short. So the trend is intact, and as long, like I was saying, if it breaks above here, then it's no longer a downtrend. However, if it doesn't create an uptrend and just rallies straight up into here, it's still a takeable trade for me because it wouldn't be a downtrend anymore. It's a range now. And that's just kind of like my interpretation of watching all the core strategy videos on that. So, oh yeah, and the picture. So 2 and the 3 is so 4. Rename this. And you might have seen me put like, so you got your Euro Yen, and then I put Euro Yen 1 because I'm not allowed, if you see the red there, it doesn't let me rename to things. So that just allows me to name everything correctly. So I choose an upload image. These are just my videos. Click on trading charts. That's my folder, Euro Yen. And this is all done. This is all in Google Docs. So so this one is going to be just a little notes in here. Standard range short. All right, and I just copy, go back to the Euro Yen, paste, and then standard short. And then what I'll do too, I like to have a post-trade, pre-trade and post-trade essentially in my setup, and then what happened with that trade. So if there's a no entry, I just take a picture of it, and then I put why I take it out, maybe like counter trend now, or something like that. If I make money on the trade, I just type in, trade win is expected, and it helps me to like get good pictures and just remember why when things aren't going really bad, why I was, what happened, and I can refer back to it. So let's get back to trading. So there's my Euro Yen trade setup. All right, to pound yen, same thing. So we're already in this higher time frame demand, or the curve. We're low on the curve, I guess you can call it. There's the breakout, and it's above the previous candle. So as you can see, we're in a downtrend, but we are low on the curve. I'm not even going to look on my trading time frame with the 60-minute chart to see if there's anything available, because I'm just not going to take anything there. I'm going to wait for it to show like an uptrend, and then let it be an uptrend before I try to go long on that. or have the breakout thing. So the Aussie yen, pretty high on the curve here. See, look at this candle. So the close is 513. The low is 511. So 513 is higher than 511. So that would still be part of the up box there, the green box. Another green box there, and there we go. That's our uptrend on there. It is high on the curve. Let's see if we can find if there's a demand zone on the 60 that's not high on the curve. We can maybe take it. Yeah, this is going to be the only thing down here, but that's only going to be a couple pips of zonage. So we got a 3-point zone. I mean, I had to put my stop there. There's the breakout. 22.5. I could probably actually take this. Let me just make sure on the daily that I'm like not fooling. Well, no, it came into it touched already the daily supply area. So I'm going to leave this one alone, let it downtrend form, and go from there. If it breaks this supplies area on the daily, then I can maybe look for taking a long. But until then, I'm just going to let this be, since it already touched last week. It came up and touched the supply, made it downtrend. Now it's counter trending, but a little messy for me right now. CAD yen. So here we go. There's the high. And there we go. Red box all the way down. Red box to there. Green box right there. So this is kind of messy. So here we go. We do see that it has a breakout on the chart or the trend time frame, but it didn't close below. That tells me it's still not strong enough. It's not ready to be shorted for me. But if we do look back here, we have this, and then a possible standard range long, what I would call it. So there we go. We got under here. Bam, we've got that. We have this. Yeah, so you'd combine these two. This would maybe be a good trade to have been in. It is outside of here. The price has not touched the supply area, so this might not even be a bad little area to consider here. So, I mean, combine these zones. So you got this zone, and this zone. That's really small, so just take it up there. Delete the line. Okay, delete the lines. Combine the zones. Maybe you get stopped out depending on where your stop is. But, I mean, that's definitely, because it came straight down in there. Totally reasonable thing to have taken. But, so, on there, nothing there for me really right now to set up. So, let's get into the EuroCAD. Alright, so here is our down box. That'll be the up box. And we do have this down box right here. And then we'll make that an up box. Go back, make this red. Well, that's kind of annoying. So like right here, you gotta kind of pick your battles with these wicks. You know, it does kind of maybe affect where you put your break. For me, it depends where you put your breakout area. I just put it there because that's where I drew the box. That's it. Also, I click on it, so on the hourly chart, it'll show. So here we go. We got a downtrend. Let's see. This is an area. Oops. I make blue as my zone making stuff. So yeah, this just isn't going to be able to be taken for me because like you got this candle right here, and my stop would have to go above that. That's just kind of the rule. And as you can see, that's not a 2-1 at all. And it already took out this. So, I mean, there's just nothing there right now. Okay, Euro Aussie. All right, so here we have a nosedive off the cliff here. Yep. So here we go, just straight down. Green box, red box. So you can find something probably in here. That's the pink line. Breakout. So anything above there, proximal to 50% of the entire move. Let's take a look. Do hold shift, click, drag, 283, so what would it be, 140-ish, about 140, so anywhere above there. Now as you can see, we do have some stuff, pretty decent stuff here. So we got that. Just going to combine these. We've got this. That was actually a reaction to this, so the stop would on that go. That would go there. And then we would have this. So we've got 3 possible setups here. All these are completely valid. It is coming pretty low here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these on the table for now. And I'm going to have my entries and my stops set up. And just kind of see throughout the next few days what's going to happen with that. If it starts moving straight up into the area, yeah, I'll definitely like start setting the trade up. It's looking nice. If not, then I just had an opportunity that wasn't an opportunity anymore. Euro New Zealand. Let's see. So we got red box, green box, red box. So this is actually showing pretty possibly a good opportunity here. Pink. Yep, look at that. So we have this. This would be a standard short. This would be like our basing candle. These kind of are. They close inside of each other. And then this is where the breakout happens. So I'm going to leave this as a pretty good trade. And then same with this area right there. Although I would like to take this too. But I just don't know. See, and it's so close. So that would be like 25 to 48. Yeah, I can't take this one. There's just not enough profit margin on this one. So I'm going to take it. Make sure the profit margin is correct on this. There we go, like 18, 19 points, and 66. So that's a good 1 to 3. What is it on here? Yeah, 17 to 66. So 1 to 3 basically. I can set these up. Put the stops in the corresponding places. So this is high on the curve, downtrend. Like, this is a pretty good trade. First, second, third profit targets. Line these up correctly. And there we go. That's set up. That's set up. And as these trades come into the entry, like the profit targets, I'll keep these lines here, but the actual profit targets I'll click on and move so I can see where I had the original profit target. And if I want to go back and look at something, I can always just do that. And like, what was I thinking during this trade? And what did I do? What could I have done better? If there is anything I could do better. So we're going to take this first trade, 1.6849, that's correct. Target 6783. 66 points, 1.6868, 19. Like, that's over 3 to 1. I'm going to take that. That's a good opportunity right there. 50,000. Okay, so let's go 90,000, 80,000, 79,000, 79,600. So we're going to do 700. That gets me to that $100 mark. So minus 7,000, 72,000. The next one's going to be 7,700. Target 1.6868. All right, bam. So again with this top trade, it cannot form an uptrend on the way up to it. It can't form an uptrend on to the first one either, because if it does, that's a canceled trade. Now you're trading counter trend, and that is just against the rules. So, well, for me at least, if you like to take counter trend trade, that's your own thing. That's not my style, so I'll cancel it. Oh, so 19. Let's go 80,000 again. Ooh, geez, 180,000. This trading counter trend for me, it's too much risk. Like, it's already decided that it's like, nah, like I'm going against you. And it can work. They can work. There's nothing saying that they cannot work. It's the same thing here. But I like to have the highest odds of success, especially being in a drawdown period like I have been. I'm not really trying to like play around with the markets. You know, I'm trying to let the markets tell me what to do here. All right, and there we go. I do maybe should come up with better rules for my profit targets, but I think like, you know, I like for what they are, like I want to like this demand zone or supply zone already pushed price that far. Like it already went that far, and I think if it comes up, there should be enough supply to push it about the same distance. That's kind of the idea behind that for my profit targets. Um, Anything else is like kind of a bonus. So I'm going to move this over to this window and let you guys see the infinity amount of stuff there. So same thing, Euro New Zealand. We got a short trade. Price is 1.6849. 1.6868 is the stop. 1.6783. 1.672 is pending, and it is a standard short. Euro New Zealand 1 short. Let's see, 1.6912, 1.6931, 1.67685, and 1.6783 pending standard range short. Alright, now all I gotta do is take my picture of it, bring that back over here, shrink that. Let's get all these areas on here on one picture. Got my targets, myself downtrend. And here you go. I'll probably already trade this. So see, it's got a 001 on there. It just wants to rename it so it doesn't like overwrite by itself. But I wish it would just overwrite, to be honest. But it doesn't. So, all right. So here we go. Yeah, if you guys want this document, let me know. I can make copies and send it to you, and you can have it your own. Because what I do is every month or every week, I delete all my charts. I start from fresh, and I make a new one of these to go with it. Because as you can see, it's like this is December 22 to December 28. I just go from Saturday to Sunday. And then I got a journal too that I keep. I don't really anything to write the notes there. Oops. There we go. Nothing too special there. So, all right, next setup. Let's go. What it does too is like, say you have like I was saying, you have a bad week and you just restart. All your charts are fresh. You can like maybe have some new ideas that you were working on or thinking about, and be like, just it's for me. It helps to start fresh. And can you have like overlaps of trades? Probably, but I don't really look. I don't try to set up last week's trade. It's this week now. So see, this is a high on the curve, came into a daily supply area. So I'm looking for this to kind of break out this low right here. Before I even think about taking a short, I'm not going to try to buy this. It could break that, and that's okay. As you can see on the 240, that's a pretty strong looking area right here. But that's not what I'm trading right now. If I was trading, I bumped everything up a time frame. This was my trading time frame. The daily would be my trend. The weekly would be my curve, which I'm thinking about doing depending on like what my work schedule is. Because like if I do that, the 240 is my trading time frame. That means the trend will have a new candle every day, so I only have to check it once a day. With this, I can still check it 2, 3, 4 times a day if I want to, and keep an eye on everything. So there's nothing really there yet, just waiting. And this is basically my process. I'll look at this 2, 3 times a day, depending on the day. And see, this looks like a down move, but the closes are not outside of the previous range of the candle. So that's actually still all in an up box. There's the red box just because it's already set up. Yeah, no closes. For me, it's got to close below the range of the previous candle to get its own red box. So as you can see, it doesn't have that. But here we go. Downtrend. Here we go. We got the close below there. Actually, just to make it look a little better, I'll put this fourth box in there too. Alright, and oops, let me see what we have on here. So maybe this, been a lot of these kind of areas lately. But like there's just probably like not enough points there. Yeah, 4-point zone. Stop way up here. Like for me, I'm just gonna avoid that. I like to see a little bit more meat to my zones. Let's see about this here. So there's an 11-point zone. Like right there. 10, 11-point zone. Profit target 30 points. I'll take that. Here's the old lines. I do have these all on like snap, the snap 2. So it just snaps to like the close, the low, the high, the whatever you want it to really. All right. I just like to throw my lines on there right away and then move them into position. Otherwise they do that. And if you grab the little circle, that'll snap it too if you have the snap mode on, which is the magnet. If you click on the magnet, it'll do it. And then if you just click on like the actual line itself, it just moves to wherever you want it. So it looks like, double check, we got 12.5 to 27. That's 1 to 2. And then something kind of double to just like the same distance from here to here and then here to here. I just eyeball that. And then I'll move that and decide like if I want to stay in the trade later, because there's other things that I look at. I gotta have better rules that I just follow, but I don't really have them right now. That's up, right? So take profit 1.093, 1.097. We're still good. 1 to 2. Here's the tricky part, is getting it set up right. Alright, there we go. So 75 minus 7 is going to bring us to 68 and 76. Okay, 68,000 and 76. One of my rules is I kind of just like was looking at last week. As long as it's like more than 1 to 1 on the way up, creating demand zones, then I can still be in it. But if there's like a demand zone, I should probably like. It's really tricky. Because once I'm in a trade, I want to just like stay in it until like I either get stopped out or I take profit. I don't really like to cancel trades unless they're counter trend or like something. And then with this one too, it'll have to be that straight up move. Like if it's counter trend, I'm getting out of that. There's no way I'm going to stay in it and like let it make a loser. Alright, and there we go. And then same thing. So get this all up in line. I can see the nice, beautiful trend we have there. I'm actually going to put this box in too. Just a green box. So we got our 5th box there. And if it goes all the way up, that'd be great. That's a nice little little trade. Kind of centered a little bit. Bam. Take my picture. Get my thing up here. So I'm just going to take this, move it over to my other monitor so I can look at it and type all this stuff in. Always do that. I get it mixed up because you type in the first target first on Oanda and not the stop loss. So we should do the stop first. So we got the standard range short because we already have the downtrend. It would be a range, but the zone is still valid. We only had the one trade on there, so no need to rename anything. And then what I'll try to do too is every time I'm on here trading, these videos should actually get slower during the week, since it'll just be like updating the trend, updating trades, and things like that. It should be a lot quicker of a process. You don't gotta watch. If you watch these whole things, you don't gotta watch like 25, 30, 40 an hour long videos. So don't even know what this one's at right now. What are we at? 49 minutes right now. That's a long time. That's almost an XLT. But we are almost down. We get into Aussie CAD here, and then we got the pound Aussie, pound CAD, and pound franc left. All right, so to breeze through this, and we got our up move. 77.9077. Well, that's the same. So, like I told you, like these candles close is 9077, but the previous one's low is 9077. This is not lower than this, so it's still part of the green, the up move for the green box. So we got this, and then that is obviously lower. It just came into higher time frame demand. There's the breakout. We got an uptrend. Let me see if we have any good opportunities here. And it looks like we do. So here we go on this. Blue, and then we've got like these areas, this area right here. Put that outside of the daily area. And here we go, and this is the first place where the close is below the previous candle, so that's where the profit target goes for the first setup. Second setup, or the lower setup, and then we'll just kind of eyeball where that goes. So here we go. Make sure this is a good 2-to-1 at least, 10 to 28 to 40. All right, so we got a nice 1 to 4 almost there. All right, so let's set these up. This is the long part too, is setting these up actually. Like going through the process doesn't take that long. Let's get beer. But as they say, beer is good. God is great. People are crazy. Alright, so we got 12 to 41, almost 4 to 1. Pretty solid trade there. 110. A little higher. Like, here's the long part too, is like finding out, getting your risk reward right. So it'll be 99 and 10.7. That way, setting these up like this too, if like it fail, like if this bottom trade fails, that means like the trend is over. I mean, especially being in higher time frame demand, like if that ends, boom, maybe it's time, it's time to go short. You took your losses, it sucks. It always sucks losing trades, I think. I don't really care what they say. It does suck. It like hurts the ego, it hurts the soul. It's not fun. I hate losing trades, but it's part of the game, and you got to just keep on pushing through. You're never going to make it doing anything. Like, whoever's watching this, I'm sure you guys have all done stuff that you're like, you can't quit. That's the thing. You just can't quit, especially if you want to, like, succeed at it. You just got to keep swinging the bat. You can't hit a home run if you quit and sit on the bench. Okay, so 13. So that'll be 118 and 13.6. I've been doing this a long time, and I finally, like, figure out a good plan. Even being in the drawdown, I do have my my rules where I'm like, when should I like take a break? I got like a rule in there to take a break as well. But I've been doing it long enough to where I'm like, if this doesn't work out, I think I'm just gonna quit and try to pursue someone else, take this money and put it elsewhere. Because I'm not gonna trade my account from 10,000 to 0. Like that would be retarded. I'm stubborn, but I'm not an idiot. So here we go. These are the trades that we got set up on here. And this breakout kind of trading, maybe this area that's above the breakout, maybe that works. But doing it this way, I have clearly defined rules that like makes that like I can't take that. If it works, it works, and that's awesome. Even like this, you can see this area. This area worked. It held. It came down, hit, bam, and that's that's great. But that's not my trade. So this gives me rules. Even this area, that's probably a good area in some cases, but this, like, it works. Even if you have your drawdown, it eventually starts working again. That's how it's been for me. So I'm going to keep doing this until I hit my number and call it quits. Or take a break. Because my next goal is if I can actually, like, do this and do it well enough and long enough and get more of a pattern and see if it actually does work. And when it works, I'm going to get with T3 Trading, and they're a prop firm, and I'm going to trade their money. So close 88.79, 88.68, 88. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. 89.04, 88.68. So this is higher than the high of the previous candle, so that gets a green box. So that starts fucking way up here. Not that it matters because it's so low on the curve that, I mean, I just gotta either let it break demand and hopefully it's still, like, there's not a level on level there, which it looks like there probably is. But, you know, it's downtrend. It's against my rules to take this. I can't take that. I could probably take something up here. I'm not going to because it just doesn't make any sense for me to. So, because if it, I mean, it's low on the curve. Look how low that is. I'm not taking anything on there. Let's see what the pound CAD looks like. Basically a pretty similar picture. These are all going to look pretty similar. We got your green or your red box, your down move, up move. All right, if you guys see me any errors and stuff in here, you know, call it out in the comments below. You know, it'll help me. I'll be like, oh yeah, you're right, and then I can go back and fix it, and then I won't hopefully lose money if I take a bad trade and I didn't know it or I didn't realize it. Like, say I missed a little, like something like that actually closed slightly below like a point. Like, hey man, are you sure about that? You know. If you have any questions though, Pound Frank's the last one. Shoot them down in the comments. Maybe I could do these live, post them on here too, and then also post the recordings for the people who aren't there to see. There's not really going to be a set time, I don't think, yet, as I have a job interview tomorrow with an electrical company. I'm going to work on getting my apprenticeship, so that'll be pretty cool. Being an electrician, eventually a master electrician, maybe start my own electrician business and company, or maybe just keep working for them. But we'll see. I got to get the job first, so there's that. See, this is the same thing too. Now we're starting to see, like, you know, if this pushes up, creates that, closes above there, boom, then we can start looking at, like, whatever's forming down here. It's like, this might be a possible area. Probably take it from here to here if it, you know, meets the rules of profit target and everything, but hasn't done it yet. So yeah, that's all. Like I said, if you watched it and made it this far, looks like we're 58 minutes in, just under an hour. Leave me some questions, comments down in the, you know, in the comments. I'll get to them. I do check my Facebook from time to time. This week I'm going to try to post a video, maybe do a live session too, just for anyone who wants to watch and tag along. But yeah, I've been doing this for like 26. I started like 7 years now, ish. Probably, I think, 7 years next year. It's February 2013, probably April 2013. I started taking Pro Trader back when I was Pro Trader. Yeah, so I'm able to answer questions. I've worked with Online Trading Academy. I was a student support specialist in Milwaukee. I know Rick Rogowski. He's actually, you know, personally showed me some of the stuff that he was working on before it became core strategy. He broke it down for me a little bit. Great guy. Everyone in the Milwaukee Center is pretty great. So that's where I learned everything from. I've met a lot of the instructors too. So if there's any instructors on here that also want to pick this apart, feel free. I'd love some input. But yeah, have a great night, and we will see you in the Facebook group.